She asked me, Junior, do you like it when I cry? Huh? Do you consider my feelings when you lie? Huh? You
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
We're Bars and Barbells, a reaction channel. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Welcome to the channel.
And we hope you decide to subscribe and come along for the ride that we're on, because it's been great so far. We've got quite a few videos up of quite a few different artists that we've never experienced before.
Lots of variety.
Yeah, and before doing this channel, Nasty C was somebody that we had never heard before.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be our third track of his. Well, not really track. I mean, we've done one freestyle and one actual track that was of his. And so this is going to be, I think, a little bit different style, because the first one, like we said, was a freestyle. Yeah. The second one was more of kind of his history, upbringing, you know, kind of the mixtape hood kind of vibe, you know, a little bit of a feel to it, but still had some you know, mainstream attraction to it, I think.
Yeah, it was a good blend, I would say.
Yeah, and this was another one that you guys recommended was SMA. I think it's one of his more popular songs, and he's got a feature. I think her name is Rolene, if I'm guessing, saying that properly. Yeah, so we've never heard this before, but it'll be a third introduction to Nasty C. But we've liked him so far, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about Nasty C?
Oh, I really liked the freestyle. I thought that was really cool to see him do his thing live like that. I liked the second track as well. It definitely had more of, like you said, a mainstream kind of feel to it, with, like, you know, the verses and the hook. I think he has a pretty good flow. It's like, you know, I would say also he does a very good job at still kind of embracing more of the new school sound without, like, still having a blend of, like, kind of older school. Like, he doesn't mumble rap, and, like, he's still very clear with his delivery. Still
focuses on some, like you said, being clear, having the clarity with his delivery, some of the punchlines still, but not, you know, crazily like you might have some of the, you know, former rappers that we listen to. But trying to blend the two together, which is cool, because you got to, you know, kind of move with the time. So it seems like he's trying to do that. So it'll be interesting to see what this track, you know, what he brings to the table on this one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
How did I
end up falling for you? I find myself calling for you. Into the dark, I followed you, but I should know this ain't the time I go through. Send me away, 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 send me away. I feel you, I feel you, I feel you, I feel you, ABC. You take me up and down and I follow you like ABC. You act like you with it, but you ain't never here with me. I wish it could be, I wish it could be like ABC.
She asked me, Junior, do you like it when I cry? Huh? Do you consider my feelings when you lie? Huh? You put me second to some on the side? What? You just gon' let her ride or die inside? Damn, you forget I was with you before the racks came, before these skanks came, before the plex came, before you started getting money and your raps changed. I was with you when you were still thinking about changing your rap name. Say something now. Are you choking? Baby, I'm sorry. Are you joking? So much for convincing me to be open. I don't know why I bother with you when you've clearly chosen this music over me. It owns all your emotions, and you really have to give it your undivided devotion. But somehow my heart feels safer when you hold it, like you're not the one that broke it.
Not what I was expecting at all from Nasty C, given our first couple of experiences.
Yeah, it's a very
from him.
different vibe for sure.
Yeah, and I do like it though. I like the creativity. This is, you know, it makes me appreciate. You know, you guys seem like you're, you know, into Nasty C quite heavily, and he support him quite a bit. And I can understand the more that we learn about him, because he has some creativity and versatility, which I really like with artists, and especially in hip hop, people can get very stagnant in their lane of what kind of music that they're making.
Yeah.
And I really like this great recommendation, by the way, guys. Really liked seeing this version of him, because he's kind of like speaking to the listener, but telling the story and speaking as somebody else's perspective at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. I don't know where we're gonna go to this. If he's just gonna continue on speaking because he's talking from her perspective, but I don't know if maybe we're going to get into his perspective a little bit
for sure.
as well. But so far it's I like the beat. It's got a really heavy bass line and kick in there, which is nice. Her vocal was fantastic.
Yeah,
Never heard of her before,
I really like her vocal,
but really great. And so it's off to a good start. I mean, we're 2 minutes in now, but it's built, and now we're in the midst of it. So I'm interested to see where we're going to go.
Yeah, and I honestly like that in the beginning. Like, I've never heard him sing either, really, like sing.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was
was
another
singing
added.
in the beginning, which is cool to show that he can do that as well, right? And I thought her vocal was awesome, and even like his delivery, right? Like, it's very different than the other ones, but it's softer, but it's still like he's still hitting you with like the meaning of the song. And I think it's cool that he's obviously talking about this like specific story, but I think it also has a little bit more meaning of like what happens when you get fame and attention, and how like relationships can change and stuff with that dynamic. So
yeah, and I do like his delivery. He's still, like you said, he's changed kind of the emphasis of the cadence on it, but he's still coming with like kind of a venomy flow in terms of how he's spitting, because he's spitting from her perspective of being like angry.
Yeah.
So I like that it's got that like that kind of nastiness to it. But it's still, like you said, a little bit different delivery, because it's a subtle beat and a more subtle song. So I really like the creativity that he's bringing with this.
Yeah.
When you hold it, like you're not the one that broke it.
End up falling for you. I find myself calling for you. Into the dark, I followed you, but I should've known this ain't the type that I go through. Send me away, 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 send me away.
Yeah. Look, I'm in Joburg working, and you know I need money. Instead of telling me you hurt and focus more on your studies, I'm not ignoring you, trust me. I'm always busy with something. You called too late or too early. I couldn't talk, I was grumpy. Couldn't talk, you were grumpy. We're supposed... Junior, you told her you don't love me. She posted about it, you dummy. All I ever did was love you. I don't deserve to be punished. I cut off all my friends for you. What more do you want from me? You cheated too. That was so long ago. What am I doing? We dated long ago. That makes it cool. I said I'm sorry. We are doing all alone. Huh? Guess I've always been a dummy. I dare you to lie to me and say you told him you love me. And you know what? I should've known you were hiding something. You laughed at everything he said. That wasn't even funny. You made me feel so insecure and weak as... But I'm not sending you away, so you gon' have to run from me, cause I still love you.
End up falling for you. I find myself calling for you. Into the dark, I followed you, but I should've known this ain't the type that I go through. Send me away, 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 send me away. I feel you, I feel you, I feel you, I feel you, ABC. You take me up and down and I follow you like ABC. You act like you with it, but you ain't never here with me. I wish it could be, I wish it could be like ABC.
Yeah, so it seems like in the second half there we got into a little more of the story. From his perspective, he was saying that he kind of got done dirty by her in some respects, and that's kind of why he's in the position that he's, you know, and just kind of highlighting that there's always two sides to every story, and there's a lot of, you know, ups and downs that you go through in a relationship, and at the end of the day, you know, they're kind of drawn into each other because, you know, the other stuff is, although it's a distraction and it's, you know, a negative, it seems like the positive charge of pulling themselves together is stronger than that. So, you know, and it's send me away, basically. It seems like SMA, send me away, right? Is that more along the lines of like, you're going to have to send me away, you know, because I'm drawn to you too much, basically.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought he did a really cool job at, like, in that second verse. Like, it was almost like he was saying line for line part of the conversation, but like still rapping as part of the verse at the same time. And I found it was cool because you could like kind of follow, like, because he's kind of talking back and forth with both of them, but still had really good delivery with it, and you could like follow along. So I thought he kind of brought that conversation to life really well, which I liked. And even in the second half, like, I mean, she obviously sounded just as good in the first half, but I was paying more attention to her vocals in the second half, and I really like her a lot.
Yeah, it was a very cool track, and I really appreciate, like I said, in the beginning, the creativity in this song, and that he kind of stepped out of his lane that we've heard from him initially and did something much different, and he did a great job at it. So great recommendation, guys.
Thanks,
Glad you hit that with the comments. If you'd like to hit those comments again, let us know how you feel about this song, and if you did enjoy our reaction, hit that like button as well. We'd appreciate that. If you want to come alongside for this journey that we're on and subscribe, we'd love to have you. And that's it from us today, though, guys. We'll be back soon with another one, and hopefully you come back and check out our next video.
See you in the next one.
Take care.